So good evening everybody and welcome back to FTRL. It is week 6 then of GT2. We are back on the way in the second half then of season 21. Last week was the halfway point and that saw our special event with the mixed grids of GT1 and GT2. This week we are back to our regular format. It is a sprint week, which means we have got 3 races coming up for you. And tonight we are at the very popular Kyoto Yamagiwa circuit. So all the drivers back in the Group 4 Subaru WRX, same car for everybody. Great races ahead of us then. So the format, as has been previously, this is our 3rd sprint week of the season. 3 races. The first one will be decided by the qualifying, decide the grid order for race 1 with everybody on the soft tyre. Race 2 then we'll see a partial reverse grid between positions 6 and 10 after being drawn at random on a wheel, and the reversed grid will go onto the medium tyres with the drivers back then who aren't reversed starting on the soft tyre. And then race 3 is a reverse championship order coming into this week with everybody back on the soft tyre. So 3 very distant races ahead of us here, but lots of great action that GT2 always provides then. So full 14 on the grid again. Waiting for the call to start. So last week then was week 5 then, the halfway point of the season, and that saw our mixed grids. Well, there we go then, a little bit of insider information there from Pagani in the chat, and we're going to see some issues late on in the race with that front right tyre. Of course this is a anti-clockwise circuit, similar to Interlagos for example, where there are more left-handers than right. We'll be working that front right tyre really hard. We're going to see people going off. We're going to have to nurse some tyres throughout the race then. So could be drama later on. There might be some pit stops. We shall see. Coming up in about 60 seconds then before we kick off qualifying. Again, back in touching on last week then. So last week we had our special event week, which was a mixed grid. So each team submitted 1 driver from GC1 and 1 driver from GT2 into each race on the Thursday and the Friday. And the Thursday race was at Bathurst and the Friday race was at Fuji. All the drivers were in the same Group 3 Porsche 911, and that provided us great racing on Thursday. And the man who just popped up in the chat there, Pagani, was absolutely rampant at Bathurst. They were winning by 21 seconds, but there were some great battles in there behind him. Great drive from the likes of Homer and Switchback, battling with the GT1 drivers Ross and Pine. And battles all up the field. And then on Friday, of course, we had the Fuji race where T. Smith went head to head with Blue Flag in the battle of GT1 versus GT2. T. Smith prevailing that one, but again, great battles up and down the field. So then qualifying about to get underway. But Lennon he could not. Lennon could not topped in terms of the fastest lap of the race. 2 points for that one. Hey, those 2 points could come in handy later on in the season when we get to round 9. So that's that lap then. 14 on the grid tonight. Then we have got 2 of our regular drivers missing. We've also got 1 substitution to go through then. So the cars head out on the track. We will pick up on those changes. And the first one coming out of the pit lane now, it is Dane. Dane is filling in tonight for Zomwar, who is not here unfortunately. Hope to see you back soon, Zombie's on. Probably off on another royal holiday somewhere. Typical song. So we've got, yes, though he isn't Zom's car, but yes, we've got the ever popular Dane Train on the grid tonight for us, who's immediately cutting some grass. Also on the grid tonight then we have got FTRL Bradley. Now this then is a permanent substitution because unfortunately Jonesy, who was the original Brawn driver, his internet is from 1996 and can't hack basic racing thing. So Jones has dropped out until which time he gets a internet from the 21st century. And Brad has stepped up from GT3 to fill the void alongside Switchback. And then also on the grid tonight we have got Jade on then, the current GT3 championship leader. He's filling in for Marley, whose PS5 had decided, nah mate, I'm done. So hopefully he will have that fixed soon and get back with us. But Robin filling in this week. Max Def in the chat. Good evening, Max Def. How are you, my friend? Long time no speak. Hope you are well, golfing hard. We're going to go on board then with blue flag for a lap then of this Kyoto circuit. He is leading us round. Across the start finish straight we go. We're going to look to use all the track, maybe even the curb there to tip into this very, very long left-hander. This is one of those corners that really is going to hurt that front right tyre. It's long, you're looking to pick up the power early though. I could have got on a little bit earlier, a bit of curve on the outside you could run, then we start climbing up through this beautiful high-speed sweeping S's section. Ride the curbs, shorten the distance, handling that nicely. Over the crest we go, and then downhill then for another long left hand. This is that high-speed circuit, 140 miles an hour on the way in, 100 miles an hour through the corner, really hurting that front right-hand tyre. Go on exit now. Right kink then before we plunge downhill once again. Now we've got this very tricky braking zone for the chicane. The gear got to attack this chicane, like they're using the WRX's ability, its heritage from the rally scene, through the S's and starts climbing up the crest. Kick right, and then the next braking zone again, another left-hand hairpin, again hurting that right front tyre. You can already see a little bit of wear there on the blue flag's tyre on this qualifying lap. Rounds it nicely. Then over to the left-hand side of the circuit, through the right-hander, then down the gearbox. Mount the curb on the left, use the curb on the right on the exit. Again hurting that right front tyre. Into the final hairpin then, down to the third gear, down to second then, just to pull the nose round. Again looking to pick up the power as early as you can. Use the curb on exit. And now straight line up against the pit wall. To shorten the distance to the line, the first flying lap then from blue flag is going to be a 1:41.0. Let's see if anybody can beat that. The answer just as possible is no. From Elson cannot. What about Steph? Goes third. Bradley goes third. What about Joker? Goes sixth. Back to next. He goes sixth. Then Lennon. He goes ninth. Comes Oven. What does he do? He goes fifth. Dane goes ninth fastest. And Homer. He's had an off somewhere, 1:46, 5.5 seconds off. I don't think that's Homer's best. So he needs to go quicker than so. Blue flag then on provisional pole after the first run. Aaron has just reliably informed us in the chat that Mike is wearing his wife's tights for this race. Hopefully that'll focus the mind a little bit. The soft touch. Get weird again. We got weird enough last night with Aaron's Nan's snagging suit. So let's not make it super weird again. It's been too nice very short. Into the chicane. Now of course sporting the Honda Halfords, former Honda, so the Halfords Dynamic Yuasa livery. Of course our slip from Bristol Street Motors. Select. Final call on this will be blue flags. You started it, Aaron. You started it. Can blue flag then improve? Currently on provisional pole with a 41.0. He does not improve. Rom has decided not to go for another lap. Red currently third. Mikey's gone fourth fastest then. Good luck from Mikey. Red improves but stays third. What about Oven? Got Mikey then coming to the line. Can he improve on P4? No, you can't. Oven improve on P7. He goes fourth. So then Oven goes fourth with Jadel. And he is 12. What about Homer? Looks like a better lap. Only P8 there, 41.7. I think a bit disappointed with that. He was one of the quickest drivers then in practice before the race. But there he is, pole position. It's a blue flag. So, Team Dynamics strike first. And so, because Rom's in the pit, we'll have to wait for the session to time out because Rom's selfish. Starting on the front row, so I don't think he'll be too unhappy with his the one timed run he did get. Speak on my ground reviews. Why are we waiting? Oh, it's Rom, that's why. Damn Belgians. At least the good Belgians in the chat. So we got one decent Belgian who's in the chat, and one stupid Belgian who sat in the pits, making everybody wait for him because Rom's just so important, isn't he? Right, someone else in the pits, who is it? It's Derek as well. We'll let Derek off there because he's Scottish. Well, I was going to do it. We can go through this, and so it's blue flag then, who will be on pole position alongside Rom. It's too late now. You've got to go all the way around, Rom. It's not going to work. No, it wasn't. Derek, get out of the pits. That worked. Derek, get out of the pits. There we go. Right, that should hopefully jump starts. Does that work? I'm sure Rom's under. No, it hasn't. Kyoto. There we go. Right. Finally. There's blue flag on pole by 0.133 of a second. Bradley up in third then. And his first week as a full-time driver in GT2. And Oven right behind him there. So great showing from the GT3 lads. Mikey then P5. Great qualifying from Mikey. Both Honda, I think we'll call him Honda. Alfa Yuasa Racing cars in the top 5. Dusty Fossil is P6 ahead of Steph in P7. Homer is P8. We've got Lennon in P9. Switchback is P10. Dane in P11. Derek P12. Andy is P13. And Joker P14 there. Not getting in a qualifying lap. I'm not going to read that one out, Aaron. Not going to lie. So that's qualifying. Let's get this race underway then. Get your predictions in the chat, boys. And who do we think is going to win this one? 11 laps ahead of us to try and figure out who's going to manage those tyres. That front right tyre, as Pagani has informed us, may be critical in those last couple of laps. Countdown then to race 1 begins. And of course, if you haven't already liked the like button, please do remember to like the like button. Thank you. So we'll wait for the revs to go up. And it says Hart Simon for the win, Head Rom for the win. We've got 2, 3, 4 and 5 red lights, and the evening's first race is go. It's a good start from blue flag, who immediately swipes over the cover. Rom already getting fairly equal getaway in the background then. Snake begins. And before Mikey's off the track, he's wide, and Dusty Fossil's at the inside of him. So he's lost a place there. So saying, yep, that's the first challenge for Joker. Head up the hill, Homer trying to go line there too wide up. This hill's going to be fun. They all seem to have got through okay. Blue flag still leads them, Rom all over the back of him then as they come down to this high speed left-hander for the first time. Contrasting lines around here. Ooh, that's Mikey very wide there. He's going to lose a place, is he, to Steph? He has done. Steve Fossil's up to 4th. A good start there from him. Got himself ahead of Oven. The front two have made a little bit of a break already, but Brad trying to go with them. Blue flag then leads. The SS is everybody. Oh, Dusty Fossil, big slide there at the rear of the car. Going up the hill, that's going to put Jadon back on him. And he's got a second penalty as well there for Carl. He's not going to be happy with that. He's got Jadon down the inside and into the hairpin. He's going to try and hang on around the outside. He gets the move done. Still there in P6, got Steph on the outside of him trying to find a way through. He's going to come into this chicane. Critical, you don't run too wide there, you can be out in the grass. Everybody seems to have got okay. Lennon looking for a move down the inside of Hope, moves down the inside of Mikey as well. Oh, and Steph's there as well. They're going to beat all there, the apex. They do. Lennon gets all the positions through though. So Lennon goes from 8th to 6th. Steph there ended up on the outside, losing out. Goes to the inside then to serve his penalty, and he's going to lose a handful of places here. So not a good lap for him there. Goes from 4th all the way down to 10th. He started 6th then, so contrasting lap. The front two then continue to just inch away at the front then. Blue flag and Rom have pulled. They've got 8.5 tenths over Brad, so already out of slipstream range. Been able to crest them for the second time. Does Rom think about a move this time? No. Having to sit in and wait and help and try and break away, work together. build the gap to Bread, who is a bit no man's land in P3. Oven going well in P4. He's out of the grass. Oh, big twitch there, but saves it. The Subaru. It's four-wheel drive then. He can gather it up. Did a good job there. Lennon to 5th then. So Lennon's had a really good lap. The reigning champ. Curb there from him over the chicane. That is how you have to do it. Just be careful of those track limits up the BWT. So, Witchell in the chat. Hope you're well, mate, and hope to see you back tomorrow. Steph in 6th. Ooh, Mikey in contact with Steph. Mile at home, we're up the inside. Mikey's on the grass on the outside there. Now side by side with Homer as they come into the chicane. That's brave. Mikey's on the grass trying to get out of the way. Homer then up to P7. Mikey still very much with him. Fossil trying to recover then, having served that penalty last time around. Behind him P11, and he had a really good run last Friday at Fuji until the last lap. I'm not a fan of you're not a fan of Kyoto, which I've ever been like Kyoto. It's like almost universally liked. Up front then, less than a tenth between the front two as they come over the crest. Blue flag still holding on. Pushing him round still. Tyre wear. Slightly better there than Blue Flags, but marginally at this stage. Bread hanging on resolutely. Second back now, but 1.3 ahead of Oven, so Bread going really well. At this stage they're hoping to capitalise any mistakes ahead of him. If these two start battling, you know he'll be there instantly. There, starting his. Oh, got side by side. Rom's ahead as they come into the hairpin on the outside line. Blue Flag's got the inside and just ease into the outside of the circuit and stays ahead then. Rom now starting to signal his intentions. Does he want the lead of this race? You can see that's brought Bread almost into slipstream range immediately. Over now starting to come under pressure from Lennon, who is continuing to go forward. Good evening, Marley. A bit of no man's land in P6, then we've got this battle in 7th, now switchbacks up to 7th. Homer's now 8th, Mikey in 9th, and just a fossil. We've got Andy, Joker, Derek, and Dane, who's out on the grass. A massive FTRL train here going on, half the field in this train that switched back at the helm. We've had a really good run at Bathurst on Thursday last week. Mikey and Dusty Fossil both going wide, but he can take various lines around this corner, and he's going to try and capitalise there. He's up the inside of Dusty Fossil. Slots back in again as they head up the S's. Just starting to stretch out a little bit now. Latch onto the back of switchback. Ooh, Steph. Oh, what's going on up ahead? Off of the grass goes Lennon, off goes Oven. Where are they both going? What's their contact? Oven dropped back behind Steph. So mistake there, a very weird mistake. I can only assume they've caught the grass on the outside of that hairpin, and it's on the exit, and it's spat them across the circuit to the inside there. Both of them saved it. Oven losing a place. Lennon's got a half-second penalty, so he's going to lose a place to Steph as well. Meanwhile, up front, 3 continue to pull away. Like still leading on that 4 now. Rom hot in pursuit though. I'm very confused. I can only assume they've gone round the hairpin, got the power too early, run out over the edge of the curb on the exit and caught the grass. Mrs. Marley sorted out a new PS5 today. You absolute legend, Mrs. Marley. I hope you're going to be doing all the cooking and cleaning and the selfless acts for a while, Marley. So we've got to Rom again, then trying to get alongside Blue Flag around the first corner. So then I just like to pull away again from Bread. 1.3 seconds, but it's a massive back gap to Steph in 4th, who's now 4 seconds in the rear. So the podium is pretty much decided now, barring any offs. These two are glued together. There's been no more than about a tenth and a half between them the whole race since turn one, lap one. Leaving any gap lap. From again to the outside now, trying to disrupt Blue Flag's line through here. Trying to get a run up the hill. You can now start to see, look at the front tyre on the right hand side of the wear is starting to show. Not too bad so far though. Rom's is better than Blue Flag's. Again, Rom to the outside, Blue Flag holding a tight line, defending first place. Just letting Bread stay in touch then. Steph has got Lennon and Switchback for company, so Switchback has now caught this group. Oven has slipped back to P7. They've got Homer in P8. Joker's now through to 9th, so Joker's made up a couple of places then. Dusty Fossil, who Mikey is slipping backwards. He's now down to 13th, so that good qualifying. Slowly being undone through the race. And there as well, just keeping a watching brief in the background. In the foreground, Derek looking at the inside of Dusty Fossil. Dusty Fossil just shutting the door as they get to the apex of the final corner. Got a 5-car train then. Dusty Fossil, Derek, Andy, Mikey and Dane in this train. Up front, it's As You Were. Blue Flag has now a huge 0.3 of a second lead over Rom. Going away now into the second half of this race. Yes, please lick the stream, everybody. Like the like button and lick the stream. Like there. That's the call. That's the thing what Blue Flag nearly did, as Rom again shows to the outside. He's again ahead. Can he get him cleared in the braking zone, or is Blue Flag going to send it back? Of course he's going to send it back, but Rom has got it done. Great move from Rom there around the outside, and Rom hits the front then as the race moves into the second half. So now we've got the Red Bull car into the lead of this one. And that has allowed Bradley just to latch back on again. That gap has come down ever so slightly. And they've finished battling. Can Rom now pull away? Can he pull Blue Flag away from Fred? We've got 5.6 seconds as Lennon now has regained P4, but Steph is all over the back of him still. Good strong run from Steph. Seeing he had a couple of dramas last week, so good to see him being competitive at the front of the grid. Switchback then has latched onto these two as well. So both Brawn cars just keeping on watching brief on the 2-car battle ahead of them. This is like the race belonging to Rom then, a 41-1. It is indeed always super tight and super close in GT2. And I'm going to go a little bit defensive into turn 1, taking a tighter line. That will mean a little bit wide, but then let's hold on nicely. Switch back now, maybe thinking about a move on Steph. And then Oven still holding off Homer. And Joker is trying to close the gap as well in P9. Up ahead, Switchback having a look down the inside of Steph. Tighter line, but Steph shutting the door. On the train for P10. He has just stretched out a little bit now. Then we've got Dusty Fossil in 10th. Derek's now 11th. Dane's up to 12th. Andy's 13th. And Mikey's down to 40th. So what's happened there? Mikey and Andy have slipped back a little bit. Dane going forward. Mikey's front right tyre looking very, very second hand. So is Andy's as well. Dane's is a significantly better condition. Eric's is okay. Dusty Foster's is okay. Joker's is a little bit worse. Homer's tyre looking okay. Jadon's is a little bit worse. Switchback his tyre's in good nick. Steph's tyre is looking quite warm. Lennon's is a little bit better than Steph's, but not worse than Zach's. He was now up the inside of Steph into the final corner. In the background, that is Homer up the inside of Oven as well. So Homer takes P7 and Switchback takes P5. Starting lap 8. Corner. But then now just slipping away from the front two have stopped battling. Can't quite hold the pace. 2-2 last time. So just sort of lapping in the high 41s, low 42s up front though, blue flag. 41.3s, 41.8s, so 42s, but back at a 41.5 last time around. Rom Elson, however, 40.9 from Rom last time. He's got the hammer down there, pulled 6/10 on blue flag. He is 1.3 seconds clear then, so Rom is away and running. This tyre looking in fairly good condition, better than blue flag, so yeah, he's got the better front right tyre. He's got a 1.5 second lead as well, so Rom is away and clear. You can see this one home now. Continues to give chase, and Brett's not far away either. These three about equidistant now from each other. 1.7 seconds between first and second and third. Who's in GT2? Question I'll dip into the standings in a moment. What's going on back here? Any changes? As you were. It seems to be the battle at the minute. Lennon's now got switchback closing in, so we'll stay there. Let's go and have a look at the standings. Who is where? What is happening? So the driver standings coming into this week are as follows. Here we go then, GT2 then. So the point standings are, blue flag leads the way overall on 131 points, with Rom right behind him on 127. Switchback is third on 120, and we've got Homer in fourth on 130. And Lennon is P5 on 96, and Joker is sixth on 93. So we'll go through that in a little bit more detail after the race. Let's see where the standings are. Front then, Rom's lead now 2.3 seconds. He's checking out. Lap 9 of 11. Very close at the front. The top two covered by 4 points. Just kind of settled down now, and Lennon is looking particularly bad on his front right tyre now. Switchback's got better tyre in better condition. That's going to come into play over these last couple of laps, you feel. Steph, meanwhile, now under attack from Homer. Both cars then both marching forwards. Tucked in behind, and Joker's there as well. And Dusty Fossil also bringing himself back into contention in the background. And went as high as P4. That second penalty he got on lap 1, though, cost him massively. Down to P10, which he's not recovered from. P11, then P12, and he's got himself a half-second penalty. And Mikey, I think, has just had enough somewhere. Coming out of the chicane is also his front right tyre looking very, very second-hand now. From then Rom checking out now, nearly 3 seconds in the lead. In fact, just ticks over there as he comes over the crest end. So Rom on the penultimate lap of the race, 3 seconds to the good. Blue flag is P2. He's settled in now. Red also settling for P3. But this is the battle then, P4. Lennon still holding on. For the second Brawn car. We'll switch back to the outside of this hairpin. That's a difficult move to make. Go out the marbles and the dusty stuff. Nearly missed the carp. Lennon's had a good run off the hairpin then. Lennon's having to go a little bit defensive. We'll switch back, think about it on the brakes to the chicane. Thinks better of it. Front right tyre looking very, very second hand. Defensive line into the hairpin. Ooh, what's going on here? We've got cars everywhere. Steph in P6, got Homer on the outside, Jadon in the middle. Joker's tucked in there somewhere as well. Steph's got back up to P6. And Dusty Fossil's right here as well, so they've got a 5-car battle then about to start the final lap. Over to the inside of Oven. Steph over in the middle of the road. The two on the outside and the two WRT cars on the back waiting to pounce. Derek Dane keeping a watching brief. In P13, close the gap there, but Rob on his way to a very dominant victory. The blue flag, Brett keeping him honest. Switchback still trying to find a way past Lennon. Go back and see what's happening with this gaggle. Head up the S's then. Nothing doing here then. What about Switchback? Can he find a way past Lennon? Looks inside, looks outside, looks inside again into this hairpin. This corner's going to really hurt. Right front tyre of Lennon's car, which is already looking very second hand. Switchback's still got plenty tyre in comparison. Hanging on, what's going on further back? Choke up the inside of Oven, squeezes him out. Oven hangs on, no, he's in the wall. Oven gets spat out. I think Derek got held up by that as well. No, he didn't, sorry. He wasn't quite in that battle, was he? Oh, big shame there. Meanwhile, the battle for fourth, switch back to the outside. He's got his nose ahead as they come on the hairpin. Is Lennon going to shut the door on the exit? He does. Switchback then moves over to the left hand side. Lennon comes over the cover. Switchback switches to the inside. Across the nose. One more overtaking opportunity. But Rom then is going to win this one convincingly then by 4 seconds. Great victory there. Rom wins the first race of the evening. He's going to hang on then. Blue flag gets the second. Bread gets P3rd. Lennon looks like he's going to hold off. Switchback pops out of the slipstream. Oh, what's happening in the background? There's somebody off at the dirt. Oh, Lennon holds on by less than half a tenth. Steph's going to get P6 then. Joker's P7. Dusty Fossil gets P8. Homer gets shuffled out to 9th. Derek finishes P10. Dane gets P11. Good job from him. Andy's going to snatch P12 then, ahead of the recovering Jadon in 13th. And Mikey then is the last one home in P14. Intense battles indeed. But it is victory then for Rom in race 1 then. Great drive from him. So the result of that one then, it is a dominant victory from Rom. 4.2 seconds his winning margin in the end. Blue flag comes home P2 with Bradley in P3. And Lennon just holding off Switchback on the run to the line for P4 and P5. Steph then prevailed in that battle for P6 ahead of the two WRT cars. Joker in 7th from 14th on the grid, and Dusty Fossil, who went forwards then backwards, and then a few late places made up. Homer gets P9, Derek P10, Dane, solid job from him in P11, Andy finishes P12, Oven, that last lap spin spits him down to P13, and P14 is Mikey then, and Aaron has just informed us that P10 has been drawn out of the hat for the reverse grids, and so Derek then will be on pole position. But as we mentioned earlier, Derek, Homer, Rom, Blue Flag, Bread, Lennon, Switchback, Steph, Joker and Dusty Fossil will all be on the medium tyre in this race. Whereas Dane, Andy, Oven and Mikey will all be on the soft tyre still. So that is going to add an interesting dynamic to them. So of course the medium tyre runners will have plenty of tyre life right at the end. But early on those soft tyre runners are going to be trying to speed their way through, cut through the pack quickly. Can they then pull away? It's going to have a big advantage through those long corners. That's for sure. Dane has out-Mikey'd Mikey in the first attempt. Indeed. Indeed he has. Indeed he has then. So will they get sorted out then? We'll go back and have a look at the standings in full then at the moment then. So the current order in GT2, the blue flag is leading the way from Rob. And Switchback, Homer, Lennon and Joker we already touched on. Then 7th is Jonesy, but that will become Bread. Although he is obviously won't take his individual points. Steph is P8 in the standings. And he is on 75 points, I believe. Yes, indeed. Andy then P10. Derek is Derek's P10. Dusty Fossil's P11. Zonwa is P12. Marley is P13. And Mikey is P14 in the standings. Of course, the pole position point there to blue flag. So it would negate the advantage that Rom had. Although Rom got the fastest lap point, so in fact he does get that 1 point back. Yeah, so Rom claws back 1 point on blue flag in that race. Courtesy finishing ahead of him. Of course, plenty more to come from FTRL tonight, but also plenty from FTRL tomorrow. We are back with GT1. GT1 tomorrow is coming from the Red Bull ring. And Mr. Witcher is already complaining it should be the penalty ring. For F1, MotoGP, amongst other series that does it there. Yeah, Austrian circuit. Probably the Österreichische ring. The A1 ring, first day back in the campaign. A strong one in this race too. Watch out for Owen coming through, indeed. Penalty ring, there we go. GT keepers on our toes tomorrow, that's for sure. Some laps on the medium tyre then, in preparation for this one. Lap time, of course, we just saw a 40.9 from Rom in that one. Fastest lap there. Back there, you're probably getting into the sort of 41s. I imagine the medium tyre runners are going to be in the 42, mid to 42s, the low 43s. So 10 drivers on the medium tyres in this one, 4 on the softs, but trying to come through from the back of the pack. We saw Dusty Fossil do it in week 1. Suzuka. First corner's tricky. It's tricky to sausage curve on the inside, and obviously you kind of run out to the outside, don't you? There's a big curve on the outside as well, which you kind of have to go over a little bit. But if you go too far over it, the track says no, it gives you a penalty. Yes, the last corner, of course. It might even be like an F1 race there, with like a 1200 pings tomorrow. We'll see. Maybe we just have to slow down a bit, which will keep it in the white lines. Give the rest of us a fighting chance. Reddit's got board. Full American helmet there. Bread. To there's a contact. Contact. 52.6 seconds to go for race 2 then. Let's get some predictions then. In for race 2, Victor. Who do we think is going to win this one then? Derek and Homer at the front. They have to take avoiding actions. The Pred's parked in the middle of the circuit. I'll share a bit of love as well for Dane, who's filling in tonight for somewhat. Solid effort, boy, cheering on the Bread. There's nobody quite like Dane. A hit from him. Get ready for race 2 of the evening, the partial reverse grid. Woo. good reactions there, cat-like reactions from Dane there to find a spun Red Bull in the middle of the circuit on the exit of turn 1. And then here we go then for race 2. Derek and Homer on the front row, Dusty Fossil and Joker on row 2. Stefan Switchback, Lennon, Bread, Blue Flag and Romy top 10 there on the medium tyres. Then we've got Dane, Andy, Oven and Mikey all on the softs coming through from the back. And it's lights out and away we go for race 2. Equal start off the front row. Everybody's got away well. Good start by the look of it by Oven in the background, trying to make some moves. Derek then will lead us into turn 1. Taking the scenic route, switch back, trying to get up the inside. Steph getting pinched in the middle. Going to get through this time. A bit of contact on the pack there, some smoke flying. Friends get squeezed onto the grass. Oh, big twitch there. Got a hip and shoulder, and loses a couple of places. So Bread down to 9th. Now under attack then from the soft tyre runners. Oh, who's that off in the background? Was that... Oh, it's Anwar. Taking the scenic route around the outside. Not ideal. Derek then continues to lead from Homer. Joker in 3rd. Justin Foster in 4th. Into the chicane, that's... Blue flag going at it with Steph. Steph going back at him. The squeeze under the curve, and then here comes Bread. Getting leaned on. On the inside of Blue flag. Into the hairpin. And there as well. And we've got Dane in the middle of all that. Is that Dane? Or is it Oven? Oh, it's Oven. So Oven then starting to cut through. He's up the inside of Rom. Through he goes on Rom. Dane getting through as well. But then he's running a little bit wide, but it's okay. It's okay. He's not had the best start. That's P12. Derek then will lead us round lap 1. He's now got Joker in pursuit though. Joker's got ahead of Homer. He's now got Dusty Fossil trying to jostle for position with Switchback. Switches to the inside. And we're up to turn 1. And we're giving him the squeeze. Dusty Fossil's got the inside as they get to the apex. And back through he goes, does he? And he's going to try and hang on around the outside. Keep the speed up. Switchback tucks in behind Dusty Fossil, trying to give him a push up the hill there. Oh, Homer and Dusty Fossil leaning on each other through the S's. They survive. Now Switchback's up the inside. More contact door to door. Here goes Blue flag. Homer now squeezing Switchback over. They come into the hairpin. Who's going to be last of the late breakers? It's going to be Homer hanging on. Here goes Blue flag around the outside of Switchback. Switchback's they're going to get across and cover the... He does. Shuts the door in his face. Looking racy here. He's got a few cars in between himself and Rom. That's recovered. Steph in 7th, then Oven, then the first of the soft tyre runners. Rom getting a really good run there out the chicane. Going to draw up alongside here. Where to go? Here comes Bread. Back down the inside of Oven as well. So fighting back. And then back down to P10. And then trying to come back here as well. That's all. Just getting boxed out a little bit. Very new to GT7, he's been finding his way. But he's a very quick driver. He's proved that in GT3 this season multiple times. What's up to Joker? There's Joker then down to 5th, having been 2nd. Now Dusty Foster in 2nd, but Derek leads by 1.8 seconds. They come to complete lap 2. 7. Dover says 43.6 there. Yeah, Derek leading comfortably at the moment. Trying to check out while the pack behind him are battling. Homer and Switchback. They go side by side. Blue flag's up to 5th. Joker down to 6th. Joker, who was winning 2nd, he's had a moment somewhere. And he's got Steph and Rom all over the back of him as they sweep up through the S's. Oh, into the wall. Who was that? It was one of the Braun cars. Oh, and there goes Mikey into the wall as well. It was Bread that hit the wall. There's some drama in the pack. Dusty Fossil has taken 3/10 out of the lead of the leader on this lap so far. Just contact the background, smoke pouring off of Steph's car in the background there. Not sure what's going on. Game glitch manager Joker seems to regroup. Now he's going to try to come back at Blue flag. Rob now having passed Steph. He's starting to cut his way through. So he's got a penalty there. It's Oven with a penalty P9. Half second. Then P10. Dane all over the back of him. He's on the soft tyres, of course. Oven, he just had that contact with the wall. As did Mikey. That's brought Andy back into this as well. Of course, who had an off earlier as well. Off of the second hairpin on lap 1. And that 1.5 second lead has evaporated because Dusty Fossil is right on Derek. as they come out to complete lap 3. Having been 1.4 seconds when we last checked it, it's now just 0.4. They complete lap 3 and go on to lap 4. Fossil closing in though. Homer still in 3rd. Switchback still 4th. Blue flag's wide. He's got Joker trying to get up the inside of turn 1. Blue flag will hang on around the outside. Joker's trying to get the overlap up the hill. Rom's now there as well. Drops in behind. Sandwich between the two championship leading in terms of the drivers and things anyway. And of course we'll not want to be losing any more points to Blue flag. Joker's going to try and go the long way around here. That might let Rom down the inside, it does. Rom then gets through at the hairpin. It's well played from him then, so these two back together again. So they were for most of the first half of the first race before Rom checked out. Back to 7th, and Steph in 8th. Got a little bit of a gap back then to Lennon. We've got Dane, Brett, Mikey and Andy, who we lost from this pack. Oh, Ovens had a drama somewhere. Started to pick his way through, he's been shuffled back and now he's had a moment somewhere and up and down to the 14th. His teammate though continues to lead for BWT, but that train behind him is getting bigger. Dusty Fossil's not yet found a way through, but Homer has now latched on. Switchback's almost there. And we've got Blue flag, Rom, Joker and Steph coming, so we might have an 8-car train for the lead shortly. Dusty Fossil going defensive to the final corner. Let Homer alongside, just trying to shut the door. Has Homer got alongside? He has. He's got the overlap, so Homer then's going to take back P2. And all of this is just letting Derek get away again. Just trying to sweep around the outside there, keep the speed up. Homer leans on him through the corner. And he will get the move done. Good move there. Homer then back up to P2, but that's let Derek get that lead back up to a 2nd. Switchback right there again. So they're going up the S's there. Dusty Fossil switches to the inside. Force switchback around the long way. Background Blue flag and Rom are going at it again. There's a little bit of a contact there. Blue flag goes wide. Rom's trying to get down the inside. Blue flag's going to slam the door shut. Oh, switchback's on the grass. You're going to be out there, sir. That's going to drop him back towards Blue flag and Rom. He's going to have dirty tyres into the chicane. He needs to be careful here. He runs a little bit deep. He's going to be slow. He's going to back up Blue flag into Rom. There's a bit of contact. Joker's looking around for an opportunity as well. Mike update. He is P13. He's back with Andy. Oh, what's happened there then? So Andy's now gone backwards and Jadon's picked up 2 places. So Mikey's had a drama. Dusty Fossil trying to go the long way around. This is going to be brave. He's going to hang on now at the inside for the next part. He's going to lean home onto the grass. He does. Dusty Fossil through. Very brave move there. Great battling from these two. Just enough respect given there as well. Good battling, but once again they're just letting Derek just pull away. That gap now 1.3 seconds. And all this battling in this pack has let Lennon catch back up again. So Lennon now back on this train. From to the inside of Blue flag for P5. First race winner cutting his way through now. Through he goes. He's going to run wide there. Is Blue flag going to be able to switch back? Not quite able to do it. However, Blue flag, Steph, meanwhile, up the inside of Joker. A little bit sideways. Oh, Steph's going off. Off the curb there, perhaps. Bounced off the curb or understeered wide. But through go Lennon and Joker. P7 and P8. Blue flag trying to come back at Rom through the long sweeping left-hander. Right on the back, a switchback again. And Dusty Fossil then trying to close back down on Derek. That gap down to just under a second again, but Derek driving really well. Oh, Homer's going wide. It's going to cost him some momentum up the hill there, so let's let Dusty Fossil get away. He can now solely focus on trying to close down Derek, who has led this race superbly since the lights went out. Could we see him win his first race this evening? He's in prime position at the moment, but once again Dusty Fossil coming back at him now. Shaken off the advances of Homer. Now back in the battle, the switchback, Rom and blue flag. We've got Joker and Lennon, and the two Rebellion cars, 9th and 10th, then going really well in P10. Behind his teammate, and recovering Bread in P11. And Ovens up to P12 after his dramas. For the Mikey update, he is still battling with Andy. Over P13. The drama he had on lap 4. Continues to lead, squealing tyres around that first corner. Here we go then for lap 7. Now Dustin Foster has 2 seconds back to home in Alice. That's a big advantage for sure. And Rom is now working hard on the back of switchback, shaking off the advantage of blue flag. And there's Rom. Does he make a move into the... Not quite yet. Switchback taking the tight line. Rom though should have good momentum off the corner. He can have a good run down the hill here. That will be looking in his mirrors. And to cover the inside just slightly. Rom deciding to wait for his opportunity. Oh, I was wide again! And Homer's off at the chicane. He's hit the wall. Ah, big shame for Homer. And through goes Lennon. Through goes Joker. Is Steph going to get through as well? He does. We've got Dane coming up on to attack as well. Ah, big shame for Homer there. Red Bull were looking for a really good haul of points in that one, but Homer has slipped back. He's going to run wide there with dirty tyres. Dane's going to try and get up the inside out of the hairpin. They're going to draw alongside. Dane is ahead. Does he have enough traction to get the move done? He does. Dane up to 9th then, so Homer goes from 3rd all the way down to 10th. Up front there's been a change for the lead. Dusty Fossil now leads, so he's made the move. Derek's resistance has been broken. Didn't see where it happened then, but Dusty Fossil has got through. Also holds the fastest lap of the race as well, a 41.8. That's very good there on the medium tyres. A lot of drivers struggling to get that time in the first race and on the soft, so Dusty Fossil absolutely flew along on the lap 6, and that has seen him then propelled into the lead. Now can he break away? Promising race 1 was undone early with that penalty which he never really recovered from. However, he has bided his time and got through really nicely in this one. And dispatch Derek. Now can he pull away? Hanging on for the moment. Rom then has got the move done on switchback for 3rd. So our first race winner is now trying to close down on the front 2. It's 3.1 seconds to the lead, and he's got 3.5 laps to try and close that gap down. First time in a long time he's got clear track as well, so that could be critical. Good battle going on here for P7. Steph, Joker, Dane, Homer and Bread, with Oven not far away either. Joker starting to work on Steph. Joker to the inside, Steph coming across there. They're trying to buy into this as well. Good scrap there, good showing from the Rebellion boys. Yeah, Oven is now there as well. As Marley's just pointed out, Oven now on the back of this train. So what can Oven do then? He's had an off. He's caught the pack back up again. Places to be had here. And those soft tyres, 3 to go. Got up on the corner, you can see there is pretty much the whole field. And on the update for the battle for P13, Mikey is now currently prevailing as Andy's had a drama somewhere. Dusty Foster now has a 1 second lead over Derek, who's now going to start looking at his mirrors because there's a shiny blue car starting to loom large. The gap is just a second. So Rob has got the lead, down to the leader to just under 2 seconds, and he's purple in sector 1. In fact, he's just done the fastest lap of the race of 41.7. Switchback now battling with blue flag for P4. P6 is checked out of this battle, and Steph has got Joker at arm's length. Dane going on P9. Homer recovering after his off. Big shame for him, that one. Bread, what's happened to Bread? He slipped back a little bit and got a half-second penalty. P13th. Tyres in, and Andy soft tyre looking very, very second hand. Still 2 laps to go. Oh, Dusty Fossil's off at the hairpin while leading the race in his lead. You can see there, Rob is right with Derek. And now they're right back on Dusty Fossil. So a mistake there from Dusty Fossil. Let's put him right back into the clutches of Derek, and Rob could make this a double. He's up the inside of Derek already. Dusty Fossil being very careful though on dirty tyres. Derek's trying to hang on around the outside of Rom. He's now wide, and Rom's got the move done, and Rom is all over the race leader. So Carl, who had a 1 second lead and was looking comfortable with 2 to go, is now under all kinds of pressure. Blue Flag has got the move done for 4th. Meanwhile, Dane is up to 8th now as well, so he's past Joker, who's now got Oven looking up the inside, but shuts the door in time, but just. Now then, we've got a very intense battle for the lead. Carl is going to be clinging on for his life now because Rob. Wow, Derek's a little wide there. This battle for the lead is growing. It's nearly 5 cars. Rob going for the sweeping line around the outside. Going to give himself the run down the hill. He's working. He's closing quickly as well. Carl goes defensive early. We saw Rob get this done on Blue Flag earlier. Oh, Carl's gone very deep. Just about gets it stopped in time. He's slow though. That's going to let Derek come back at Rom. And Blue Flag's there as well. Derek retakes P2. Rom to the inside though. He's going to try and get that position back. Dusty Fossil goes defensive. Derek's gone deep. Rom's back up the inside. Blue Flag trying to get through his contact. Switch back by into this as well. Wants to get back to Lennon. 2.5 seconds then. With a lap and 2 corners to go. Dusty Fossil hanging on to the lead. Big twitch there. Rom has to jink out early. He's going to go to the outside then for the final corner. Tries to aggressively cut back on this. Oh, down the inside. Blue Flag for 3rd on Derek. Rom's got a good run off the final corner. He takes the lead. As they start the final lap, Rom leads for the first time in race 2. Carl's distance has been broken. Derek trying to come back at Blue Flag. What has Dusty Fossil got then for Rom on this final lap? Let's have a look what's going back further. Lennon don't think he's going to have time to get back in this. The battle against stop. Dane's now P7. He's on the grass. So Dane up to P7. Great drive from Dane. Steph now under all kinds of pressure from Oven, who's got ahead of Homer. Joker slipped back to P11. Brendan P12. Mikey P13. And Andy P14. Let's concentrate on this battle for the lead. I'm doing it, Marley, chill. So make sure he's not missing anything else further back then. Here we go then down the hill for the final time into the chicane. Dusty Fossil is close, but not close enough. Can he force a mistake from Rom? Oh wait, not through the chicane, he can't. No, Rom has got that nailed. Dusty Fossil is still there, he's closing. He is closing. Is he going to make a move to the hairpin? Jinx to the inside. Rom comes across to cover. There's contact. He's got an overlap. Moves him wide. They're side by side out of the corner. We saw Carl do this move earlier. Can he hang on around the outside? He's going to try it again, is he? He is, but he's not far enough alongside this time, or is he? Pops over the curb. Blue Flag by in. He's squeezing him. Oh, Blue Flag's on the dirt. But he's got the inside. Is he going to send it for the lead? Is he going to run wide? No, he's got through. And now it's a drag to the line. Rom's going to win this one with a absolutely beautifully measured drive. Dusty Fossil coming back at Blue Flag on the run to the line, but he's going to hold on. Great battle there for the win. Lennon gets P6. Dane, superb effort for him. P7. Just ahead of his teammate Steph. Oven gets P9. Homer P10. Joker is 11th. Bread gets P12. P13 for Mikey. Front right tyre is absolutely dead as he crosses the line, as is Andy's in P14. Superb drive there, but what a victory from Rob. Measured it perfectly, takes the lead as they start the final lap, and he doubles up. 2 from 2 for him. Blue Flag there, very opportunistic move there to take P2 at the final corner as well. Dusty Fossil, who drove so well in that one and led for good half the race, has it snatched away from him on the final lap and just hangs on to a podium P3. Great drive from Derek in P4. Switchback P5. Let's look at the results then. 1.2 seconds cover your top 5 after 11 laps of racing. Then it's Rom victorious with the fastest lap again. Blue flag, P2. So again, another 2 points back from Rom then. So now just 1 point separates the top 2 after 2 races tonight. Dusty Fossil, P3. Great drive from him. Derek, who led for half the race there, great drive from him. I think he'll be made it with that one, should give him some confidence. And switch back there, just kept a watching brief in the end. I think he was further back from Derek than Derek was from the win. So that's how the gap sorted out. Lennon came through for P6 after a few dramas. But a bit of no man's land for him. And Dane there, brilliant job from him, P7. Steph in P8. So the Rebellion cars both in the top 8 there. And once again, look, we've got one car from each team in the top 7. So that is beautiful symmetry there. Owen came through for P9 after his drama. It was a good recovery from him. Homer, what could have been for him, he'll be a little bit disappointed for that off when he was running P3. Could have been a really good haul of points for Red Bull. P10 for him. Joker slipped back to P11 in the end, having been running second early on. Brett, who had a couple of dramas, we saw him in the wall on that one. P12 for him at the flag. Mikey, P13. And the 14th finisher in that one then. So the final race of the evening is the reverse championship order race. And that will put Mikey on pole position. So Mikey, who had a really good night last night, 2 P2s. Also had a solid run at this time. Submit the contract. Anybody? Everybody is sat in the pit lane. So blue flag will be sorting out. We need a blue flag and Joker to get back onto the soft tyres. Please don't start on the wrong compound of tyre. That would just be silly. Nobody would be stupid enough to do that. Learn then as well. Curtains in the dark and there's a cat somewhere around here. I don't understand the nap, so here he help. What's happened? I think I've got away with it. We're all good. There we go. Everybody then onto the right tyre where you've got somebody not in the car. Who be it? Who is in that car? My money's on Andy. We have lost somebody. It was Andor. So it does look like we may only have 13, but there's an issue. Yes, it does appear he has. Not been his night, unfortunately, so far. Last week. Big shout out to this man as well. P7 did that one. Great job there from Dane. Bit rough and ready last night at GT3, unfortunately, for him. He's bounced back amicably tonight. He's doing this one then with the reverse grid on a prime start at the front of the race. Blue flag and Rom coming through from the back. For the final race of the evening then. It's Mikey and Oven on the front row, Dane and Dusty Fossil on row 2, Derek and Steph row 3, Brett and Joker on row 4, Lennon and Homer row 5, Switchback and Rom row 7, and Blue Flag on his own on the back row. Fire red lights are on. They go out and away we go. Everybody gets away well. Good evening, Thickerdane. People tuning in again. Hopefully cheered him up. He seems to be, hopefully, be in better spirits tonight. His performances so far. Then Owen trying to get down the inside of Mikey around turn 1. He's taking a wide sweeping line and holds the lead. Turn 1, Dusty Fossil and Dane side by side. They come off the corner. For the first time, side by side action here. A little bit frantic on lap 1. Oh, contact with the rebelling cars, getting to each other. Dane gets sput. Oh, there's contact in the background. Round goes somebody. Oh, the cars bouncing off each other everywhere. It was just Dane who got spat off. Oh, big shame there. Contact in the pack. And that's given Mikey a huge lead. Owen and just as Dusty Fossil broken away as well. Owen holding off Dusty Fossil into the chicane then for the first time. Everybody else then behind P4. Rom has won the first 2 races. Jonesy doubled up. So Rom then and Blue Flag making good progress already. Dane having to recover after that spin there. Not quite sure what happened. So a little bit close. Cars bouncing off each other. I think the 2 rebelling cars actually got together there at the final. Oh, Dusty Fossil sideways in the background. Very, very sideways there. Catches it nicely. And that drops him back from Owen and back into the clutches of on the grass of the inside, Carl. There's enough track. You don't need to be that far over. Oh, and a half-second penalty as well, Carl. What are you doing? Serve it on this lap. Switchback then draws alongside. He's head down the start-finish straight, then into turn 1. He's going the long way around. The car might just show him out here on the exit. Just drops him behind again. Mikey leads. 1.3 seconds lead at the moment. And Mikey off in P2. Fossil has that half-second penalty with the pack so tightly up behind him. That's going to cost him big time. The end of the lap, because the penalty line is on the start-finish straight. In 4th, Leonard's 5th, and Steph, then Rom ahead of Blue Flag. So at the moment, the 2 championship protagonists are tied on points if they finish as things stand. And lap 2, a long way to go, a lot of racing to do. P10, Bradley P11. Derek P12, recovering Dane in P13. Owen now has got the magnets on slightly, slowing down on Mikey, still leading. The chicane we go. Through there okay. There is P12 is just 5 seconds off the lead, so very still, tightly bunched. Fossil is about to serve his penalty. Let's see how far he drops back. It's only half a second, but with the pack so tightly bunched, he's already down to 5th. Looks back across them. Steph and Blue Flag are closing. They're going to go either side of him into turn 1. Oh, Blue Flag cuts back across, and then finds a Dusty Fossil on his inside. Oh, I think he's going to be far enough ahead. He should get that move done. Rom slipped back behind Blue Flag actually at some point. Dusty Fossil going back at Blue Flag up the S's, but going to drop in behind and cuts the nose off Rom. Joker trying to buy into this as well. Up the inside as they head down to the second hairpin. Late on the brakes. Oh, some smoke ahead. Who was that? Going up the inside. Just before he gets escorted to the curb. Oh, contact with Rom as he comes back on. Blue Flag then cutting across. We've got 2 by 2. Oh, Joker's going to make it 3 wide as he does. Oh, he gets in the BWT sandwich, Rom, and gets out in front. Bounces off both cars. So hard racing in this one so far. Switchback has taken P2 away from Owen, who's had a mistake perhaps, because Mikey continues to lead then. 1.3 seconds. That was good form from last night, at least in this race. That's the one where it all went wrong from last night, so maybe he's doing it in reverse order tonight. The first two are going to go wrong, and this one's going to go right. Well, it's now 3 laps led. He crosses the line this time. Switch back 1.3 seconds back, and then 1.56 back to Oven. We've got Lennon side by side. These two have raced each other in F1 and FTRL. Both long part of FTRL's history. Looks like Steph then lurking as well, 5th and 6th. Rom and Dusty Fossil still battling. Fossil's at the inside. Back ahead for the moment. Going to go side by side through the S's. Got the inside for that corner, but Dusty Fossil got the inside for this one and gets the move done. Dusty Fossil is through. Rom again using that wide sweeping line, but that might open the door for Joker up his inside. Taking the tight line, ducks in behind his teammate. He's going to lean on Rob, shuts the door at him, and then they're going to try and box him in, but now he gets out. Oh, we're going to do a rolling roadblock there in a second. So I'm just giving Fossil a little bit of Morse code into the braking zone. Bounce over the curbs. Again, they get a really good run, but finds Dusty Fossil's car right in his way. I've got the inside for the right kink, but that will give Dusty Fossil the inside for the hairpin. Joker's going to try and get in the middle as well. Derek, Homer, and Brett keeping a watching brief. Just about hanging on, but Rom is sandwiched in here. Joker's down the inside of him to the first part of the chicane. Holds on. Getting Derek very interested as well now. Derek now to the inside of Joker, who's at the inside of Rom. Look what's happening up front. Mikey still leads. That's 4 laps now. 4 laps led from Mikey. He's done exactly the same lap time 2 laps in a row. Look as well. That is consistency for Mike. That is unheard of in Mike. 41, 905, 41 and 905. His lead is now just under a second. The switchback who is closing. I'm in P3. Gonna give chase. Blue flags now got ahead of Oven. That's his Lennon. Battling. Stefano looking to the inside. Russell. Hold of Rom. He's just back a little bit. And you've got Homer and Brett going wheel to wheel. Not able to get caught. They're not having enough battles ahead of him at the moment. Room to get caught up. So switch back, trying to close there. He's had a better run through the chicane that time. So he's closing down. Really good job in this one so far. Again, the tyre wear though is looking a little bit worse than the car behind him. Oh, he's off. Oh, it's all gone wrong. And into the Lego switchback. Oh, he's just taken too much curb, too much speed into that chicane. Spits him off to the outside. And Monkey unfortunately relinquishes the lead. Always wide again out the final corner. Dirty tyres. And now Lennon is all over him. No, Mikey, no. That's so not right. Keep over, man. Lennon now all over the back of Mikey. Blue flag, his teammate coming up as well. In the background, Dusty Fossil and Rom continue to be side by side. Oh, Rom's off. Oh, in the wall hard. Oh, spits across the track. Loses a couple of places. Through goes Derek, Homer and Brett. Rom has not been able to shake off Dusty Fossil. And there they went side by side one too many times up that hill. Unfortunately, the contact this time spits him onto the grass, and Rom comes off second best. A big oof indeed. Squealing tyres. Who was that? Lennon is now up to P2. Is Mikey going to relinquish P3 to his teammate here? He does, yep, plays the team game. So Mikey then, he's done a really good job so far, but now plays the team game. Let's blue flag go and see if he can chase down second and perhaps the win. So 2.5 seconds off the lead. And now Oven's back on the case, as is Steph. Boston Joker. also there, as is Derek and Homer. So it's only 6 seconds between the first 10. Rom's not far away either. What can Rom do in the second half of this race? We've seen he's had blistering pace. 40.9 in race 1. He's got a clear track, really. There is the field. There's your top 11. Brennan's the back, and now Dane's got somebody to battle. It's the battle for P12. Switchback meanwhile then leading. Nicely, look at the right front tyre. They're getting worked really hard there because the red square on the outside means that it's on the limit. Really be adding to that tyre wear. Giving chase. 1.4 seconds is the lead. Flag closing on the back of him as well. Sullivan's now got ahead of Mikey for P4. Hanging on in there, not panicking. T-Rex helmet he's got there. Steph's got the next one to try and have a go. Just Fossil then. Behind him, then Joker and Derek. He's had a solid run. Over. Ron trying to close back in as well. Goes purple then to emphasise the pace. So Rob is flying. Can you do it over the second half of this race then? What can he recover? His title rivals in P3. Now P11, so having been closed that gap down to within a point. Of course, to lose, what, 8 points here. So we'll end up worse off than when he came into this week, despite winning 2 races. It's just the nature, though, of these reverse grid races. Was ahead of Blue Flag at one point. He's now 0.3 of a second up. Absolutely flying in this lap, Rob. See what kind of lap time Rom can do then. So the final corner, he'll be getting a nice slipstream off his teammate as well. So he'll do a 40.9 in race 1 on his way to victory. What's this going to be? 41.1, lost a bit of time in the final sector. Still the fastest lap of the race. Meanwhile, switchback leads. It's 1.1 seconds now, so Lennon's taken 3/10 out of him, despite now having Blue Flag all over the back of him. These two are going to work together to try and close down Switchback. Switchback's not pulling away. Switchback and Lennon have fairly equal. Blue Flag down the inside. Into the second hairpin. First leans on Lennon a little bit. They're still side by side. Lennon should have the momentum off the corner. Blue Flag's going to hang on, bit of side drafting. That'll give him the inside for the chicane, and that should be position done. Or is he going to back out of it? I think he is, yeah. He's going to drop back in. Let's Lennon have it. Look how much they've closed there. I think the Switchback's made a mistake. Because that gap now is he's in slipstream, maybe he was momentarily. He's had a better run out of the chicane. Yeah, that gap is down. Blue Flag's coming in hot down the inside. Penalty for Joker. The 2 BWT cars. Sorry, the 2 WRT cars working on the back of Steph. Still there as well. Rom's cleared his teammate, so Homer playing. Oh, what was that? Who was that? Oh, who was that? That was Steph, was it? It is. Oh, Steph's off at the chicane. Oh, big shame for Steph after a really solid run in race 1. Decent haul in race 2 as well. It's all gone wrong for him in race 3. He's been spat off by the chicane, unfortunately. Got Brett and Dane to battle with, and the lead is exactly a second. They start lap 9. I said that. Oh, just closed up massively through turn 1. Switchback then getting the run out of the corner, but lost about 3/10. 2 to go, and the one that they're on. Flag again shows to the inside for this hairpin. He's going to make it stick this time. I think he does. This time he gets his nose ahead. Try and have the momentum off the corner, but I think he's going to have to cede position this time. He does, so Blue Flag up to P2. So the back Rom is now up to P8, then he's got ahead of Joker having served his penalties, now all over the back of Derek for P7. Starting to make some late progress. Derek goes defensive into the chicane. Some dirt onto the track there. Getting through okay. They are there, so Switchback now has a problem. It's a blue flag shaped problem and a Lennon shaped problem. We've got 3 for the lead with 2 to go. Just a couple of corners. Who's going to prevail in this one then? Say in the chat who's winning this one, switchback, blue flag or Lennon. Owen going really well in P4, and dare I say it, Mikey's still going really well in P5. But that front right tyre is looking second hand. Does have 1.7 seconds out over Dusty Fossil. We've now got Rom chasing him down, who just slipped up the inside of Derek into the final corner. So Rom's recovery continues to P7. Get that damage is now just 5 points between himself and blue flag. He's now trying to work on a move on switchback then. 2 to go, we're on the penultimate lap. And through the S as we go. Single file through here in racing conditions. It's a little bit wide. Switchback goes defensive. Blue flag has to go to the outside. Lennon's going to close up again on the slipstream. Blue flag trying to hold on around the outside. Switchback still got his nose ahead though. He will shut the door on the exit of the corner. Switchback tyres considerably worse than blue flags. Difference there in that front right tyre. So blue flag's got the best front right out of everybody. You're going to see him move into the hairpin this time around. Switchback again goes defensive. Looking around the outside, he's going to try and cut back. Lennon's there as well, so he can't rest on his laurels. He's a little bit wide there. That might get Lennon interested. Very much there. 6/10 covers his top 3. We're coming around to start the final lap. Oven and Mikey still there in 4th and 5th. Great drive from those two. Oh, blue flag's over the grass. Lennon switches to the inside. He's going to find his way through. No. Not close enough. So out of the final hairpin then, and on to the final lap we go. Switchback still leads from blue flag from Lennon. Barring any dramas, this will be your podium, but in what order? Oven go well in P4. Mikey go well in P5. Dusty Fossil and Rom have resumed their battle. Now over P6, Rom and Dusty Fossil side by side into turn 1. Derek looking interested as well. Homer's there. Joker's just slipped back behind him. Rom's gone round the outside of turn 1 as he has. And he gets the move done. Great move there from Rom. Go back to the lead. And Switchback is driving right down the inside there. Blue flag has to go the long way around. Lennon's still waiting for an opportunity. Switchback defended that nicely. And Rom is all over the back of Mike in the background. Blue flag to the inside for the chicane. Does he have any tyre to fight with? Dead into the chicane. It's going to lean on it. Blue flag trying to get down the inside. I want to go back and see what's happening for P5. Mikey's got Rom all over him. He's over the grass. Oh, he's wide. Oh, he's off the grass again. Oh, no. Mikey loses out to Dusty Fossil as well. Here comes Derek. But the hairpin, parking it on the apex. The blue flag getting the blue flag treatment. To the outside, he's going to pull the Dusty Fossil move around the chicane. No, Switchback shuts the door. Lennon's still trying to find a way through. Over Mike, yet we're in this race. So we come in, 1 corner to go. Blue flag's got to run again. Switchback down the defends the inside. Can blue flag switch back, or has Switchback parked it nicely? He has. It's now going to be a sprint to the line. Does he have enough momentum? Does he have enough time? Pops out the slipstream. He's gaining, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Switchback holds on for victory in race 3. Blue flag second, Lennon third. Owen is 4th, Rom gets 5th, P6 for Dusty Fossil, P7 for Derek. Homer gets P8, Mike, he down to P9 in the end. What a big shame for him there. Great drive from him in that one. Joker P10. Red gets P11 ahead of Steph. Dane then your final finisher in P13. It is victory for Zagis in race 3. Then Switchback prevails there, holding off Blue Flag and Lennon. Fantastic drive from him there. Just look at that point, 0.87 of a second separating them at the flag. It's Blue Flag throwing everything at Switchback, but comes away this week with a trio of P2s. And that means Rom gets the fastest lap, so The gap was 1 point between them. 3 places between them, but 2 points will be the difference. So 3 points. So he's only lost a point over the course of the evening, despite Ron winning 2 races. So I think Blue Flag will be happy with that. Lennon, solid job from him in P3. Just didn't quite get the opening he wanted once Blue Flag slipped up the inside of him. Oven, solid drive from him in P4. Great job in filling in for Marley. Ron, good recovery from him, having been down to P11 at one point and 6 seconds off the lead. Comes back to steal P5 then on the final lap. Dusty Fossil getting a P6. Derek, P7, solid night from him. Homer, I think he would have wanted better than P8. His pace definitely was there for more. Derek wants to go again. Absolutely, mate. We'll do some more. Mikey P9, but that doesn't tell the story of his race. Led early on for the first 4 laps and 90% of lap 5 as well. And probably should have got P5 there, but got bullied in the end there, and that little mistake at the chicane at the bottom of the hill lost him a couple of places and some dirty tyres, and he just got shuffled back to P9 in the end. Joker gets P10. Bradley then not quite able to recover in that one. Steph we saw have a spin earlier in the race. He ends up P12, and Dane, who we saw have an accident on lap 1, never got back into that one, unfortunately. But a really solid race too from him, so I think he can be proud of his night's work. That then is the end of the festivities for this evening. Thank you everybody for tuning in. If you haven't already liked the like button, please do so before you go. And you can see even more great racing action from FTRL tomorrow as the GT1 drivers hit the track. We are at the Red Bull Ring for our sprint week then, so 3 races coming at you. Same format as tonight. We've got the qualifying setting the grid for race 1, the partial reverse grid race 2, with the reverse grid drivers on the medium tyres and those who do not get swapped on the soft tyre before the reverse championship race 3. So lots of action on this very channel, 8:30 GMT tomorrow. But thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the action tonight, and we will see you again tomorrow.